Cut a pants in half turns into a pant. Ooh, I could double my clothes. Buy pants, cut in half, 2 pants. 2 pant for the price of 1 pants. Now that is a steal. Get some pants that are 2 for 1. Bam! Quadruple pant. See, these are the fashion tips they don't want you to know. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm here investigating a murder.
That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
Alright, it's pretty much impossible. Also, I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is. Don't tell me. It's a better day that way.
Okay, Manana is a vibe. And you know what? They seem like a pretty cool person. Okay, my work for the door. In this case, a worm thing. Yes. And see, the string is perfect because then I can cinch up the belt nice and tight. You know, we just use the string, just loop it through the belt. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. What's the strike about anyway?
Serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Feels like he's hinting at something, but you're too hungover or dumb to understand.
I'm too dumb to understand. No.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
Does this mean you'll let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Oh, I just walk in?
Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead.
The 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him. Then press the button to unlock the door.
Okay.
Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
All right. Gracias, mañana. I do have some more questions though.
Jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
I kind of don't got any money right now. Could you spare a buck?
My friend, I can help you out.
The coin narrowly slips.
No! 80% chance!
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such. Was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Appreciated.
I'm always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
Nice talk. Cool, we got 1. All right, we just need 127.8 more. Cool. I think we got this, chat. I think we'll be able to afford our hotel room for the night. Man Named Tomorrow is an excellent indie folk band. Ooh, you were right, Phantom. Ooh, that's got a nice ring to it. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. What about this? A notice. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. Oh, well, okay. If you say so. Hello, Measurehead.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
I see.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy?
I've succumbed to Al-Ghul.
Al-Ghul?
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick
That just makes me think of Guauld, and I don't think we're playing Stargate here. So, Kim, is it really that bad?
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk, and drowned.
I don't have a problem with alcohol. I just drink a little on the weekends.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains.
How philosophical of you.
Dental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
The ham sandwich race. Okay. The right stuff's unimportant here. I think we just need to do our job.
For help, attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
Oh, jeez.
Gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
That is an interesting pick of things to choose.
Related lesser cultures, like the deformed Himians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic
Is that
summit has
Himalayans and Irish?
obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Well, not Himalayans. I literally just rewatched for like the third time the Well There's Your Problem on Mount Everest. I really should remember. Oh god, that's gonna be like a piece of spinach in my teeth.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is.
Huh.
There is a button right behind it, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
I just need you to move back by about 20 centimeters.
It's my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the arbor.
This is going nowhere. Okay, so the way is blocked. That's okay. We have 2 more ways to search this day. How do I get down there? Oh, we can just click. All right, that works. All right. Do we have anything new with the lorry driver now that we've checked out his... No, it doesn't look like it. All right. Oh, hey, it's you. What's up?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Mood.
From another planet.
Planet.
Hey there.
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals, and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
It's a
What's
traffic
the
jam for
jam?
the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile,
right.
we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
Oh, limbo. That's where I am?
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Ah, that makes more sense.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but you can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need? It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks.
Damn it, Cyber! Ah, so many raids today. Welcome on by, welcome on by! Holy shit! Cyber links! I hope you and y'all were able to take down some of the Covenant with your operations today in Arma 3. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know blasting some grunts is some sweaty work. So, kick back, relax, stand up, wiggle it out, leave a piss, take a water, do it all at the same time. Don't do it all at the same time. You'll just make a huge mess. I am not going to clean it up. I bring unto you my scuffed raiders. Well, welcome on by, everyone. If you don't know me, I'm Dreki Ormer, Draconic Serpent, Flightless Dragon, or simply Worm on the internet. I am currently in my worm on a string form, but not to worry, we still have our bell bottoms because we are playing Disco Elysium. I will ask if you are a knower of the disco, most Elysiatic, please do not spoil things for me, as I am pretty blind and I would like to fuck around and find out myself. But if you got a rate and run, that is no problem, Zyber. No, you keep some odd hours compared to me. But yes, welcome on by, welcome on by.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Maybe I should go on strike.
Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot.
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
I don't know my mother, but I go on strike against her too, for my rights.
Okay, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess.
Yeah, worker owned.
Company rep in town too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
Anything the company
Keep
wants.
that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
Damn, that's a fucking mood, Tommy.
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road towards the horizon. A glint of something in his eyes.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
Space another
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Well, maybe we'll get boxcars, chat.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
My man, I want to know about your soul.
Cool. We all want to know each other's woes and all. But people, man, they have slippery souls.
So you're a necromancer trying to... Misfit! Welcome. I see. Y'all both doing some operations against the Covenant this fine, fantastic Friday. I see. Welcome. I hope things went well for you and y'all. If you got a raid and run, Misfit, that is perfectly fine. I know streaming is hard work. I will be going for a while longer yet. If y'all know the disco most Elysiatic, the disco of Elysiums, please don't spoil things. I would like to fuck around and find out myself. At the very least, I implore you to leave a piss, take a water, stand up and wiggle it out. Probably think of a better order than that. It seems like a very inefficient order. Probably stand up, wiggle, and then, because, you know, otherwise you'd have to, like, roll over there. That's just, yeah. You'll probably think of a better order.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
Oh, I think about that dead
He ain't
man.
one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Realizing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
All right. Makes sense. What's your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Oh, fuck. That's dark. Spare some change for a working stiff.
Oh, no, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man.
I don't know who these bosses think they are. That sounds like a good arrangement for them.
It sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved 4 myself.
What are you hauling anyway?
High-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
No, what are you actually hauling?
Get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. Usually get
Tracksuits!
shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
Can I get one of those
Pals and
tracksuits?
all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Ah. This your machine behind you?
Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
These lures are pretty neat.
For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
It does make sense. So nothing illegal, right?
Never legalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
I mean, there is that country that recently made music of a certain beats per minute illegal, so, like, it wouldn't be the weirdest thing? Like,
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
Alright. Man, that's like twice our low empathy has fucked us. So I think the next time we get a skill point, which looks to be soon, we should maybe put one into... Oh, it's not going to be soon. It's going to be in a long while. Noted. We should maybe put a point into empathy. For all the good it'll do me, I guess. Can I get over there? Okay, yeah, I can. What is this?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Interesting.
Silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
That is certainly a lineage of monarchs.
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
What did the king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
I see.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
Well, at least with a monarchy's been brought down. How'd he go through the whole treasury, though?
That he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Well, I mean, you need to have a chalice for each hour of each day. You know, you got your 12 o'clock one. That's for the root beer sweetened with cane sugar. And then your 1300 root beer, which is sweetened with honey. And then your 1400 is your root beer. Like, they go for a bit of a more of a herbal, earthy taste, so it's got a little extra anise in it. And then the 1500, you need a kind of a palate cleanser, so you got a very nice light roasted coffee in that one. And then at the 1700, we go back to the root beers. You know, and it just kind of continues on like that. You know, there's various liquids and chalices. You know, you gotta have a chalice for every hour of every day, and then you need a chalice for each different drink. You also need a chalice for you to piss in, because that's a lot of liquids to be imbibing. And so you need that, and then you have your servants carry that chalice off, hopefully to throw it out. Hopefully nobody drinks a chalice of piss. That just sounds very unsanitary.
He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene.
The soul.
Huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Obese. Oh, damn. There's no way that's true. Actually, you know what? That's a farce. No wonder everything went to shit.
You haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Ah, the old pixie sticks.
Any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
He's addicted to nose candy. A bloated druggie? This is a lot to process.
His courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Where is he buried now?
Waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What about the statue?
Was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
Okay, but who's restoring the monument?
A group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
That's kind of fucky.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
Kind of a bad idea.
Martinez tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Okay, but what about the indentations on his chest?
High kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet?
A bullet?
Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Lieutenant, has someone shot the king?
I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
Him. Analysis. What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
Target practice.
What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you.
Interesting. What do we have here? A little box with a tank top that we could wear. Our current shirt is giving us conceptualization and minus suggestion. Get 1 to physical instrument. I see. No, I think we'll keep the white satin shirt for now. Okay, what about this lorry? Can we nick something off the back? Yeah! 0.8 real. How about you? You got some money?
Tall, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Hey, pale driver, I got some questions for you.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
But why?
I just told you why.
Well, if you say so, Kim. Why did this flash? Do we have anything new over here? No. I don't think we can go any souther from here. Can't go more easter. Okay, we have to go up here, I think. A foreign car, kept in good condition. Oh, and that just leads back to there. All right, noted. What's this? Human ox covers the truck. I see. All that's left to do is to go south now and see what we can find. Some tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
I want to sit on a bench now, Kim! Let me sit! An ancient fountain. Doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. I see. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain have almost washed them off.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hard René first.
I see. Angry René, what do you have for me?
Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
A man with a fork in a world of soup. That's a fascinating turn of phrase, but I can't say I understand what it's trying to imply.
Trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Shouldn't I ask what the game it is first?
You got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Seems legit. Uh-oh. This feels dangerous. Uh-oh.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Take in the
Ruffles
surroundings.
your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind. Everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
Or in this case, serpent and ball. All right, let's feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth.
Firmly grasp the ball.
Pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity.
The man ball! Who am I?
Embodiment of pure,
Man ball.
fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency.
You've heard of Batman. Get ready for Man Ball. Don't even want to know what he is. How'd I do?
Merde! Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem?
Not weak triceps, that's for sure.
Care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
Wait, what?
Analyzed our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 bull.
Oh, I thought it was shot put.
Damn well isn't. It's petanque. You ruined a petanque game. We want our bull back.
Aw, shit.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Alright, alright. I'll try to fix this.
Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
You know anything about the guy who's dead back there?
Fortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most locals?
The union is the law, so can you really blame them?
You don't have a problem with cops?
Pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
Alright, so you don't know anything.
I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily
Alright.
business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
What created it?
Fire from heavy artillery.
Alright, but why?
What?
What was heavy artillery used?
That's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse.
Ah, this is a
Heavy
loyalist.
ordnance to clean up your home.
Wait, who are the communards?
Communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose a name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
Hey, yo?
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad and
What?
strapped to shrapnel bombs.
What?
So, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
That sounds, I'm not sure if that's true. I feel like that's not how that works. Ah! Hey, welcome to the Ziggurat, Draco Rex. Hope you enjoy your time here. I understand. I'd bomb this place too. Why show them here in their
The
knees?
damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead.
The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachel. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Sounds grim.
Is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Oh, that's kind of brutal.
Ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on, the Coalition?
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Ah, explains all the war damage.
They lit the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still all influence.
Interesting.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding.
Uh-oh, they're asking me. Oh, I don't know anything.
What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things.
Present one? Soft socialists paving the way for the hard-working class. Foreign powers clean up our mess. Now they rule us. Coalition seems quite capable, actually. Commies just don't understand how money works. Oh, these are some options, all right. Nothing. I don't think. I just do.
I'm so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains.
Don't drink your piss.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
Damn monarchists.
All that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Hey! Disco ain't stupid.
Dummies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Well, how does Felipe III factor into
It
this?
doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
What exactly is, who is this Frissel?
Damn Frissel. He was a king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
He slapped his
see.
since then. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
I see.
King, in both blood and mind, led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
What exactly is a suzerain?
Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened.
What the fuck?
Took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
-1 through the bullet into the sea.
As René turns,
Oh, we got a success, baby!
the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly.
17% of the time, we get it 100% of the time.
The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun. A
the
small
sun?
blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written. A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle.
Interesting. For bravery?
My duty in the heat of battle, for looking my mortality in the eye, when men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shat themselves.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
Saved a
First
princeling.
months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the ground and were getting really ambitious.
All right,
King
okay.
Frisell thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar. Purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
That does sound like an obnoxious twat.
He really despises that Drissant fellow.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
Yeah.
The long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Coron. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion.
That doesn't sound very good.
They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage.
Yeah, it must have been a bloodbath.
Shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw.
That sounds like a bit more of an injury, but hey, if he's missing his lower jaw, that means he can't give orders anymore.
Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
Okay, then what did you do?
My sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Okay, so he killed a horse.
Capitaine Arnaud, le fléau des chevaux.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one.
That never happened to Johnny Law jaw. My jaw is tight. I can't imagine living without my jaw.
He didn't. I hoisted the prick on my back and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jealous freak convinced Frisell to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit. He was the commanding
Makes sense.
officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
You sense he's not playing it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breasts, and untarnished self-worth.
Well, you despised your son.
Damn dandy. Had no business leading men or even being on the battlefield. All he was related.
Oh. Oh, really? Oh, he is just related? Yeah, it sounds like a flaw of monarchism. Kind of wondering why you're so happy with the monarchy. You know? It sounds like you want, you know, specific, strong leaders that you've, you know, conjured up in your mind to exist.
Royal blood alone doesn't make army commanders. He was a stupid kid, only interested in horses, hairstyles, and man-loving. Pooh. And 782 Royal Carabineers are dead because of his incompetence.
The old carabiner stands quietly like a statue, his features motionless.
What about the sun, though?
Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drisant. 2 days later, that
2 days later?
even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way.
What the fuck?
Pride in his voice. It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
Man-loving? Where do I find this man? You know, scientific purposes. Yeah, maybe not the battlefield commander part, but I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a dandy. Ain't nothing wrong with a himbo. He liked horses. I guess he likes, you know, and a little bit of My Little Pony, you know, no problem. Wonder what his cutie mark was. Who do you think his favorite of the main six was? Doesn't seem like a good moment to express an opinion. I don't want to risk it.
Bon Dieu. You and Gaston must be related. His blood runs yellow too.
Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. They don't end this out for anyone with a service record. Oh no, you have to get shot repeatedly. And you need to get your hands bloody too. Really, really bloody.
Uh-oh.
Speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand. Bah, there were many such stories in those days. Many such men too. True Evasholians. Men with backbone.
Oh yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please bring those days back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this new soldier.
This is a red check. It cannot be retried. Oh, boy. Oh, we are gonna take an L. We're gonna go for a big ol' fat L here, chat. We're gonna take our one shot. We're gonna take our 3%, and we are going to set it in spin.
Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything worth mentioning among your achievements. You should resort to good old lying.
I had a dog, Fifi. Took her fishing one late autumn, but the boat rocked and she fell in, so I jumped after.
The carabiner stares at you with a frown. Doesn't look like he's buying it.
Now, so I jumped in and the boat capsized and sank. See, Fifi was already tired. She's almost 11. I took her on my back and I started swimming.
Please stop.
And it took us nearly 7 hours. Fifi died in my arms when the water was only knee deep. She was a good dog.
I don't know why you're feeding me this horse shit, but I'm not biting. Can we get back to our game now?
You got this. You do not got this.
Yes, King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
Ah, the duality of perception. He spent the entire treasury on making his bedroom gold-plated. What a fucking waste. Look how powerful he is. He spent the whole treasury simply to make his home gold-plated. What a big dick power move that is. Oh, jeez. Fucking monarchists. Alright, so how should a true king rule?
Without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems like a leader should take care of his people before himself.
As its leader, that's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Right.
Alright. That was a good chunk of dialogue. Alright, so we need to get a bull or a similar metal sphere. What about this metal sphere? Enormous bulls, worthy of a real man. Alright, I guess those bulls are too big. Can I loot this? Pick them up if you had a bag. I see. Wait, what's this? The biggest bulls in the mall. Great bulls of fire. The bulls are bouncing left and bouncing right. The book appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. I see. So it's more of like errata erotica. Errata. Book is about a pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. This book is about Vuadera culture, promotes freedom and roaming upstream. Book about the future. Government reads your mind using radio technology. A lot of questions, but you're low on budget, so you make a DIY VTuber. It's what you have at home. Wait, what? Arata? Schnitzel, is that you?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I am the law.
Are you
Hello.
interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this?
We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Ooh, board games? Tell me more. Excuse? Yeah, yes. We went through a string dimension today. So I have been turned into a worm on a string. So I kept the bell bottoms, so we're good to go.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Board game.
Are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
I hope you're having a good evening, Sugar Benoy. Welcome on by.
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
Okay, and what is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Interesting.
Anything else you'd like to know? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
That's certainly one way to summarize a romance
It's a
book.
story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
But usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see,
Those are
I see.
happy books for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both men are bad?
Very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's written really well, though?
Maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about a book where everybody's poor?
Not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Well, sometimes you gotta write about real life
Books,
things.
sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
Okay, but what about the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
Read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
You think she had one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
It's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
Okay.
They break up for a little while, but then they always get back together.
Alright, I think that's enough romance. What about crime
It's
business?
about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Okay, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. It's that bad.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
Thanks, Kim. I forgot.
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
Well, how am I going to catch him?
Much like a policeman.
Huh. Well, what does a policeman look like then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
See a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. Used to be exactly like Mullen guy, and I decided to live a little. It's not your body that's important. It's your points to head. I'll never be as good as Mullen.
He's not even real. You're real.
Overshadowed by a fake man? Damn, that's harsh.
Sir. It's much easier being a fictional character. He doesn't have to deal with real things.
Yeah, that is true.
Some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
All right, we got 50-50.
The girl keeps
Boxcars!
hidden. Why is that?
What do you
Hey,
mean, sir?
why do you keep your hands folded? Actually, I'd rather not deduce anything. Every time I deduce, people get hurt. Don't need to be worried, I'm here to help.
Around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. She
It's okay.
pulls out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
Ouch!
It's for me keeping my hands folded. Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Then I can figure out why you bite your
She
nails.
nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Rats have been nibbling on your fingers. That does sound like rat behavior. Chewed on nails? You're recycling your bodily material. Efficient work. Good job, Annette. An intense dedication to the way of business. There are no riches without personal sacrifice.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace detection by the #1 detective in town. I hope this entertained you.
Okay, sir.
She's still got a rebellious streak.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
All right, deduce me.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is not flinching. It takes effort.
I'm also sad and my head hurts. Wait, how do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
I'm also sad and my head
I
hurts.
hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
Well, it's better than a 3%. Let's roll, baby.
Absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard.
The worst part is we had a boxcar on that previous check, right when we most needed it. What's your name?
Yes, sir. My mum. Her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Okay, and you're standing out here in the cold
The
because...
store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
I'm glad to help Mum out with the store.
She doesn't seem to understand what you said. Shouldn't you be in
She's
school?
at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What's school anyway?
Well, There's a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
Boogie Street? Hey, yo, now you're talking my language, Annette. But isn't school kind of more important than, you know, being a child worker?
It's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says
Oh,
a proper
no.
worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Oh, no. Annette, I'm sorry to tell you, but Mother's been infected by capitalism. I know it's terminal, and it's going to be hard living with this and watching her be consumed in the lustful pursuit of the dollar. But it's a difficult thing to cure, right? But we caught it early for you, and we can educate you in community action, coalition building, and community efforts. Okay, we're gonna start with a small community garden. Okay, and I've got a couple of food banks if you wish to help out, or you know, maybe some cleanup efforts to improve the areas we live in and assist our fellow beings for mutual aid.